Hello everybody, Sergeant Soldier here, and we're back with How to Rust. And this is part 2 of the Honeycombing video series. I guess it's not a series. Just part 2 of the Honeycombing video collection thing, whatever. And today we're looking at the Circle Tower Honeycomb with both the square and triangle foundations. First thing I want to mention, do not put stairs against your foundations like I did. I only did that for the purpose of the video to make it a little bit easier. Just don't. So next, I put doors on this one. If you're on a vanilla or community server that doesn't have TP or home, or I guess a modded server that doesn't have it, you could set it up any way you want, either using the square foundation or the triangle foundations. But for those of us that have TP and home, just leave this as honeycomb and then have your home set on the inside in here. So first thing I want to mention is one thing that I forgot to mention in the last video for the square foundations was leaving an empty room with the ceiling. This is also a great way to have your house honeycombed, but it still presents the problem of somebody blowing into the room next to it and using that ceiling to stand on and basically just climb their way up your base. Honestly, I prefer the empty chamber, the empty column honeycomb myself, just so that they don't have anything other than maybe this wall to stand on if they jump on top of it. But if they end up falling through into the other side because that side is hollow as well, then they're basically stuck. And that's pretty funny. So today we're going to be looking at combining both the square and the triangle foundation honeycomb together. So first and foremost, we have this one here. If you don't want to have the ceiling in there, then we'll just take it out. Bam. Excuse me. Then we have the whole empty column there. We have the half block with the ceiling above it, which is a lot better than the other way to do it, and that's this one here, which is to have the tower of half blocks. I don't recommend that one whatsoever. I believe I said it like 100 times in the last video, but I wanted to show it anyway just in case we couldn't drive home the fact that you shouldn't do it. And then for the triangles, we have the empty triangle foundation column, which I'd recommend as well, or we have the one with the floor in the middle of it. Now, we don't have triangle half blocks yet. Hopefully one day we will. So for the time being, these are the only two options you have. So for the most part, you know, this isn't all that much different from the first video. It's just we're combining these together. So, oh, one thing that I want to show you real quick. What is it under? There we go. If you leave your honeycombed rooms empty, you can do this sometimes. Oop, oop, there we go. You can throw a barricade inside of there so that even if they end up coming through that wall, it's not absolutely empty. They can't jump on the barricade and then jump up onto the wall. They're going to take the barricade down. And because it's metal, you're not going to be able to take it down with bows, and it's not going to be very easy to take down with guns. So they might end up wasting a C4 just to get the barricade down. That can be a good defensive method if you're honeycombing with empty columns like this, but you know, is it perfect? No, nothing's perfect in Rust. There's absolutely no way to 100% make your base unraidable. But it's just an option for honeycomb. So let's go outside and we're going to look at raiding the couple different ways that we mentioned before. This first one here, I believe, is the triangle foundation with the floor above it. So, of course, you want to make sure the armored section is facing out. I made sure that the soft side is out so I knew which walls to blow into for this video. So we'll throw our 2C4 up, and we just wait it out now. Yeah, okay. So we're in, that's 2C4. Of course, we have our triangle foundations with the walls turned so the armored section is facing out towards the bottom of the triangle, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's a good way to explain it. That way, they're not coming into the soft side of the wall. Always make sure that your walls are facing this direction. So if we pop into here real quick, so we have our triangle there, right? We go to place our walls. If this is the outside of our wall, we want to make sure that that's facing that way. And then go to that side, place it like that, place it like that, and then that way, this is how the inside of your triangle needs to look in order to ensure that it's a 100% protected on the outside. And that's what makes it the honeycomb. Back over here. Now as a raider, we can either go left or right, which we're assuming it's honeycombed all the way around, or we'll go up. So let's go up. Come on. Any day now. It's getting dark too. Alright. So most raiders will have a buddy with them. There are very few solo raiders, but they do happen. So one of them is going to throw the C4 onto the upper wall on the second level. Either direction, doesn't really matter which one. And if you have a triangle next to the one that they popped into, oops, they can buddy jump on top of each other in the corner and jump up onto this floor here. It's just like the squares. They can do it the same exact way. And then from here, what's on the other side of this wall? Okay, that's right. From here, you know, they say, okay, this wall's facing out. If it's a single layer of honeycomb, which you can multi-layer honeycombs, especially in this large tower, this ring right here can be honeycombed all the way around so that there's only the 6 foundations on the inside. But, where was I? Right here. So if they're at this point, they can go, all right, 2C4, jump down, run out, crouch, do whatever they got to do. Alright, so they'll buddy jump back up to there, and if there's no second level of honeycombing, that's 8C4 to get into the second level of your base. Of course, they don't have to go into the second level, they can keep going higher, or whatever they want to do, but essentially, you know, having the ceilings there can be a potential weakness. Next, we're going to be looking at the square foundation, and this is the empty square foundation. Oh, I'm going to get shot, aren't I? Shot. Oh, it's Brit. Okay. I always get shot as an admin. Like, anyone sees me, they shoot me because they know I won't die. This is the empty foundation with the the square floor above it. So we're going to throw 2C4 down onto that. He's watching me do the video. So in here, we have an empty room, but just like with the triangle, we throw 2 up there. And they're able to do the same exact thing. Britt, you're going to get blown up. You better back up. There we go. Granted, yes, they did waste their 2C4 to do it, but if they were to have come through one of the sides, like right here, they would have been able to jump up onto that floor and then keep going just like with the triangle. So next, we have this one, which is the triangle foundation. I think this is the one with no floor on the inside of it. Let's hope, because I should have marked these. I did mark them before, but I recorded this video previously, and then a lot of people were asking for me in chat. Okay, so here we have no floor whatsoever. So if you look at this one, this is a triangle as well. There's going to be no floor in that one. So we throw our 2C4 onto the wall up there. Better back up, Britt. You don't get blowed up. Alright, there we go. So there's no floor on the other side. When they decide to buddy jump up and over, and then they fall up into this room. On our server with modded, they're able to teleport out. But if you're on a vanilla server, this person is now stuck in this room. There is no way for them to get out unless they have a whole bunch of pickaxes and they can pick through this wall or that wall. If they don't, they're screwed. They're stuck in here. Which, personally for me, that makes me want to do this empty column one a lot more than the others, but it's all about what you as the builder want to do. So some of these haven't been destroyed. We did that one. We did that one. I think that's it, is it? Did we do this one yet? Yeah. Okay. So I think that's pretty much. Ow. I think that's pretty much it. In my personal opinion, like I said in the last video, and I probably said it in this one, using this empty. Oh, we need to do this one. Using this empty multi-layered, multi-level room is probably the best when it comes to honeycombing because it doesn't give them as many options of using your defenses against you. But let's go to the other side of this. We're going to be using... It's getting really dark. We're going to be using C4 now, and we're going to be taking out a... What do I call it? A half-block tower. So, on the other side of this, we have our furnaces, a couple boxes and stuff. It's all sitting here, nice and pretty. Imagine this going all the way around. It's a huge base, right? So, the one weakness about using the tower of half blocks is this. Let's just say that even if they don't want to take the bottom one out, even if they take the second one out, let's fly to the other side. Look what happens to your furnaces and your chests and everything. One, the furnaces that were on top of the tower are now gone. Whatever they had in them, more than likely will be dropped and the raiders can pick it up. But as a raider that's able to get up there, they can now look up into this and say, oh, furnace room, there's chests right there. Let's get in there and you know, raid this stuff. Okay, so we need to take out this wall here because we don't want to take out this room and cause more damage to that stuff. There's a lot of different things. See, that guy just literally jumped onto that half block. So it is possible. But anyway, so you got to be careful when you're honeycombing your house. You don't want to make it so that the raiders can get in and do a lot of damage. You don't want to assist them in getting to the top where most people put their equipment, their resources, their gear, and everything. A lot of times people, if they heavily honeycomb, like 2 layers in, if they do a honeycomb on this layer, kind of how I have it shown right here, they will put their best stuff in this little 6 foundations right here because they think any raider's going to know if this place is honeycomb, they're going to want to go to the top, and they might skip this bottom inside part. That's completely up to you if you want to do it that way, but you know, there isn't really much more I can say about honeycombing. If I missed anything, please let me know in the comment section of this video. I tried to get as many suggestions from players as I could to make sure it was completely covered, but I'm sure I missed something. If there's enough things that I missed in this video and the last video, I will make a 3rd video just to cover those. If this in any way has helped you or you weren't aware of doing honeycombing like this, please let me know so I know that I did good. I helped the new or returning players to the game. But that's about it for this video. I'm starting to ramble and I'm starting to go on when I don't need to. Sergeant Solge, how to rust the honeycombing with the square and triangle foundations. And we'll see you in the next how to rust video. Bye-bye! Thank you for watching How to Rust, a series for new players to the game of Rust. If you have any ideas for future episodes that could be useful to new players, please feel free to leave a comment in the comments section of this video.